Hi there, everybody. This is Carrie Hamblen, the CEO and President of the Las Cruces Green Chamber of Commerce, coming to you again with another one of our Zoom chats, which are benefits for our members of the Las Cruces Green Chamber. And today I have with me the amazing music director and conductor of the Las Cruces Symphony, Ming Luke. Ming, it is so lovely to meet you. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, of course. I'm excited to chat.
It's a really an understatement to say that you have been around the world with your conducting and musical collaborations. With the Bolshoi Orchestra, the Prague, the San Francisco Ballet, numerous symphony orchestras, and more. And I'm wondering, what was it about the Las Cruces Symphony that first of all that you were like, yeah, I'll take that gig, and then, what is it about the Las Cruces Symphony that, you hope that those experiences, just the number of experiences that you have, that you'll bring to the performance this weekend?
Sure. Yeah, I think that over the years, what I've learned is it's collaboration and it's the people with whom you work. And you want to work with great people that want to make great music and that are interested in sort of being an integrated part of the community. And so that's the thing when I came to Las Cruces that was just immediately apparent is the passion of not only the players and coming from all different areas of the community. So we have, of course, the professional musicians that might live in Las Cruces or El Paso. We have members of New Mexico State University, the music department. We even have students from the university too that are incredibly talented that might be professional musicians. And so, the community coming together was really apparent, and the music making was wonderful. But more so than that, even more on top of that, the board members and the staff, And so when you find situations where you know that you're going to enjoy working together, I think that's really important because I've worked with some great organizations, small and large, and it doesn't make a difference what the size is. It really has to do with the people with whom you want to work,
Right.
and so what I love about Las Cruces.
Well, our symphony has been active for so long and is such an integral part of both New Mexico State and the community as a whole. So I'm really glad that showed to you as well, because I think, in Southern New Mexico, we're really proud of the gems that we have, and we want to show them off. It's our food, it's our art scene, our music scene, all sorts of things that we get. And so I'm glad that resonated with you. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's something that is very immediately apparent, and I think that's what our goal is with the symphony is to continue developing those community connections. So even for instance, this upcoming concert we have this weekend with the symphony, we also created a youth orchestra because the youth orchestra that was in town unfortunately closed, and so for this past year there hasn't been a youth orchestra, and I think that's it's a really important part of the musical community, but also just the wider community in general. And so this weekend, where obviously the symphony is performing some great hits, but they're also inviting the youth orchestra to share the stage for a piece, March Slav, which is a fantastic work, very popular piece by Tchaikovsky too.
hmm I think that's what, it's wonderful because, we often think that, there's an incredible importance to kind of cultivating and nurturing young folks to take over, and to continue on those traditions. And, the music that you're featuring in the concerts, and just any time that an orchestra or a symphony plays a classical piece, I mean, we're really kind of revisiting the past, and having it inspire us and move us, which is, kind of the whole point of when we hear music is to be moved in some way or inspired in some way. And, if we don't cultivate those new folks, we're not going to continue hearing it in a live experience, right?
Exactly. And something that's always interested me is that there's never been a society or people on in the history of the world that hasn't had music as part of their culture. And so music is something that's very biologically important to us.
Mhm.
And if you talk to anybody, they'll talk to you about what music is really important. And for me, classical music is the widest range of emotions. And the music of 300 years ago might be still as powerful as it is today. And so the goal is to try to break down those barriers and say, music really can affect you, and you don't have to quote know, about the history and the dates or whatnot about certain pieces, but it's more that this is fantastic music that was written by people like this pieces by Tchaikovsky that it really had a lot of personal meaning for him. And so to really connect to those ideas and to present concerts, the goal also with the youth orchestra is that, you know, there, to me, there's a chain. There is the schools that have music programs, but then you have the youth orchestra that's coached by members of the symphony and NMSU. And then you have NMSU in the music department, how tied they are to the symphony. And then you have the symphony itself as well. And so you have that whole chain. And so whether these students go into music or not, you know, it's a very important way for them to be involved in something that they really enjoy. There's a program that started in Venezuela called El Sistema, just the system. And it wasn't set up to be, it uses music. Every single student in the entire country takes music from elementary school through high school. But what they were focusing on are all the benefits that music had. You know, it was the fact that music, you know, people did better in school. They weren't in gangs. They didn't get sent to the principal's office. They went to college. And so, you know, I think that having a youth orchestra sponsored by the symphony and all the connections that makes is a really important part of our responsibility to the community.
Yeah, we often don't think about all the different kind of the trickle down effects of when you dedicate yourself to something. And especially with music, I mean, not only do other people have the benefit of it, but you as a performer also have the benefit of it. You know, and you had mentioned, you know, the program, so it features Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, which is popular, and it's like, I think, probably one of the most recognizable pieces in the repertoire. And you also have the Symphony No. 4 in F minor, Opus 36. And so, what was it about opening up this concert with Tchaikovsky? Do you have a special uh, a liking for Tchaikovsky music, or was there something that you wanted to convey with? Because the 1812 Overture, I mean, it's just boom, 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 but they're also really lovely. I mean, it's all lovely, but there are also lovely, calmer parts of it. So, what was it about these two pieces of music that you wanted to bring to this performance?
I think it's the range of emotions with Tchaikovsky. There's, like you said, there's incredibly bombastic and exciting parts. We were working with the percussionist last night and getting to play more, and their cymbals crash, and the timpani hits and everything. But there's also a lyricism to his music. You know, a lot of his music is based off of folk songs, and
Hmm.
so you know he has these Russian folk songs, he has the Serbian folk songs and March Slav. If you listen to the 1812 Overture, you recognize the French, French national anthem, the Russian national anthem. He tells stories, and so it really becomes a very dramatic work, and not just the explosions, but also the sweetness and the tenderness too.
Yeah, you know, you do like to do a lot of collaborations, and I'm wondering, as we finish up today, conductor, what are some of the possible collaborations that you see, not only the Las Cruces Symphony with the youth orchestra, but with other groups in the community? Because I'm sure you're getting your feet wet and learning about all these other different entities that can work together to create a wonderful performance. So, do you have some stuff stirring that you're excited about?
Yeah, of course. Definitely connect to the other musical groups. So, for instance, we want to continue side by sides with the youth orchestra. We have a collaboration with Juarez Symphony next year for the Day of the Dead concerts that will be around the end of October. We have performances of Messiah next year with the NMSU choirs and the Master Community Chorus with Jake, their director. And then, you know, we have other groups within the arts that we are collaborating with, not only just musical. So next year, one of the concerts we're having is situated around Romeo and Juliet by Prokofiev, which is a phenomenal ballet. And, you know, it's oftentimes presented in a way where you just hear the different music and you see the titles. But this time we want to have members of NMSU drama department to actually read some of the soliloquies so that there's opportunity to actually uh, really hear the Shakespeare words and verse before the music, and so you really have the connection between the drama and the music. But because it's a ballet as well, we're going to be on the same concert, not for Romeo and Juliet, but for Swan Lake, also by Tchaikovsky. We're actually going to have two of our dance companies in town perform with the symphony, and so you know they both the Academy Dance, and then um, uh, I forget the name.
Yeah, there's a couple in town that we've got
Yeah.
Michelle's Dance Academy,
Uh-huh.
and then there's another one too that I don't know, but I know Michelle's Dance Academy.
Yeah.
And
Um,
how lovely.
yeah, we're really, really excited. And so you know, um it is going to be, I think it's that real connection between the various aspects of the community, whether they're musicians or not. Sort of Borderlands. It's Michelle's Dance Academy and Borderlands.
Okay.
And we want to build those connections because it just makes it stronger anyway.
Yeah.
It's just reaching out and not being a silo within the community, really trying to be good stewards, not only to the other arts organizations, but to the various people in the community to um, showcase what we have in Las Cruces.
Well, and when you have those collaborations, then you're reaching an audience that normally may not go and see your performance, but they are because they know people who are going to be dancing alongside the symphony.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, how wonderful. I got chills when you were talking about, theater students reading passages from Romeo and Juliet. I think that's going to be so powerful.
Yeah, yeah, we're really excited about that. I think it's going to be. I mean, the words themselves are really powerful. The music by themselves are powerful. We put them together, then you really have, a direct connection. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I'm so grateful, conductor, that you're going to be doing this and that you've got this lovely vision for our symphony, and that you're embracing Las Cruces because it is a good community, and we all get really protective of it, and we like to share our wonderful jewels that we have, and so really grateful that you're doing that. If you are interested in learning more about the symphony and the upcoming concert, which features Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, and also the Symphony No. 4 in F minor, Opus 36, along with the Youth Orchestra. That's this weekend at the Music Center Recital Hall on the NMSU campus, and you'll be able to see those. But the ticket information will be either above or below, all depending on what platform you're looking at this. And if you'd like to do a Zoom chat with me as a member of the Green Chamber, you can go ahead and contact me here, and I'll be more than happy to schedule that. But conductor, it has been lovely to talk with you, and I look forward to meeting you soon. And break a leg in all the right ways this weekend, and welcome to Las Cruces, and we'll see you
Hey,
soon.
thank you so much. It's been wonderful to chat.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.